You ever sit in your car after a long day and not get out? Just sit there, key still in the ignition, engine off, and for some reason you just stay. Not because you're thinking about anything specific, not because anything's wrong, but because stepping back into the world, even your own home, feels heavier than it should. Like you're carrying something you can't quite name. That's not laziness, that's exhaustion of the soul. Somewhere along the way, peace stopped being familiar. You got used to the noise, the pressure, the weight. You don't even flinch anymore when things go wrong because your body already expects it. It's like being stuck in survival mode for so long that stillness feels suspicious. Like happiness is a setup and rest is a trick. And you don't talk about it because you don't really know what to say. How do you explain that you're tired when you've had 8 hours of sleep? How do you say you're sad when nothing really bad happened? How do you say you feel hollow when life looks full from the outside? So you laugh, you joke, you show up, you do your job, you hold it down, you shake hands, dap up your boys, text back late, drink on weekends, and post the picture with the smile that doesn't reach your eyes. And nobody knows that underneath all that, peace is a stranger to you. You haven't seen it in years. You can't remember the last time you sat with yourself and didn't feel like running. The last time you looked in the mirror and didn't see a version of you you're still trying to convince the world is doing just fine. The last time someone asked how you were and you actually told them the truth. It's crazy how men learn early that emotions are something to manage, not feel. You're taught to keep moving, push through, be strong. And strength? It becomes this weird game of hiding pain better than the next man. Nobody tells you that strength can also look like slowing down, that it can look like breaking, that it can look like being real with yourself when no one else is around. But who teaches you that? Whoever said, hey, it's okay if you're not built for this every single day? Most of the time, nobody does. You learn it on your own, after enough nights staring at your ceiling, wondering why your chest feels tight when you haven't even done anything wrong. You wonder if maybe you're the problem, if maybe you're just too soft, too sensitive, too emotional. You start convincing yourself that you're the only one going through this, and that if you were really a man, you'd have figured it out by now. But what if the real problem isn't you? What if the real problem is that peace was never modeled for you? What if you were raised in noise and chaos and emotional shut doors? What if you learned early that being needed was more important than being known, so you became useful, reliable, low maintenance, easy to be around? You learned to listen more than you talk. You learned to laugh things off, even when they weren't funny. You learned to be fine, even when you weren't. And now, all these years later, you've become so good at surviving, you don't know how to live. You confuse numbness with calm. You confuse quiet with peace. But real peace doesn't feel like nothing. It feels like presence. Like coming home to yourself and not wanting to leave. Like letting your guard down and knowing the world won't fall apart if you do. But when was the last time you felt that? No noise in your head, no what if running circles in your chest. Just stillness. Not because you gave up, not because you're tired, but because you finally feel safe in your own skin. It's a rare thing, peace, especially for men who were told their worth is in what they do, not who they are. Especially for men who were never held gently, only pushed harder. Especially for men who learned to be the backbone for everyone, but forgot what it felt like to be held up themselves. And maybe you don't even know what peace would look like for you. Maybe you're not sure who you'd be without the hustle, the weight, the mask. That's okay. Just know this. Peace isn't something you chase. It's something you stop running from. It's not a reward. It's a return. A coming back to the part of you that's been quiet for too long, waiting for permission to speak. And maybe that part of you doesn't need an answer. Maybe it just needs to be heard. Most people think men are quiet because they don't have anything to say. The truth is, most men are quiet because they've been screaming inside for years, and nobody ever noticed.